where you will feel that you are authenticated, authorized person. Clear? Okay. This can involve authenticating. See, this can involve authenticating the sender of a request and confirming that they have permission to access or manipulate the relevant data. If you are building an API, you can choose a variety of the auth models. How many authorization types are there? You have to byheart these types, at least the types. No auth, that is, there is no authentication, API key, bearer token, JWT bearer, basic auth, digest auth, OAuth 1, OAuth 2. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Leave about all these things. These are all not at all used. Okay. What are the different types of authorization? No auth. Okay. Out of these, the most important ones are, which you have to mention in your interview, is no auth, API key, bearer token, OAuth 1, OAuth 2. 5 things if you mention, you are clear. What are those? No auth, API key, bearer token, OAuth 1, OAuth 2. Aita? No auth is what you can remember very much easily. There is no authorization at all. Just send the request, as what we did in the request.it. Okay. API key, we will look into that right now. I thought there is something called as API key. I'll come and discuss on this. Okay. Where you have the key, value, add it as a query parameter or the headers. Now what do I understand from this is, the authentication which you provide will go in 2 ways. Either it may go as a header or as a query parameter. Simple, easy, difficult. Difficult or easy? As in query parameters, where does the query parameter sit? It will go and sit in the URL. Yes or no? If I do this, I thought when I send a request, again it will be an error because this is not the authenticated value. This is just a dummy thing. Here it will go as the query parameter. When I add it to the query parameter, you got it here as a query parameter? Yes or no, maybe?
Yes, sir.
And this is disabled. Correct? Page was one of the query parameter. I have added API key as the query parameter. So, authorization of the API key or any authorization will go in 2 ways. Either it may go as a header or as a query parameter. Important question or a point to be noted down in the interview. Clear? Authorization can be sent to a request at 2 different levels. One is the header, the other one is the query parameter. Simple. Authorization can be sent to a request in 2 ways. Sent to a request in 2 ways. One is header, the other one is query parameters. Simple? Aita? Okay, we'll see on the other things. Bearer token. Okay, bearer token. Aita? Whenever you go into a bank, there is a token generated. 21, 23, 49, 110, 150. Those are the tokens. They will not call you by the name. They will call you by the token number. Right? These tokens, are automatically generated. Okay? There is a process of generating. Each company will generate its own bearer tokens in a different way. example, if I log into a particular environment, okay, this is one of the web application, okay, which we are working on. As simple as that. When I click on sign in, this particular username and password will have one SIF token generated or bearer tokens generated, where we can see that this is the other way of looking into the SIF tokens. But it will be automatically generated. Means this session of the web application can be accessed only by that particular user name and password. This session of the web application. See, you might have logged into HDFC Net Banking, Canara Bank Net Banking, any of the net banking. You will have one session ID created. You cannot log in the same application in different browser with the same username and password. It will show you that you have already logged in somewhere else. Amazon Prime, Netflix, 2 users or 3 users, you cannot use Netflix in your mobile at a time, as well as on your friends or girlfriend's mobile. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is user sessions, session ID created. Those session IDs are created uniquely. The companies which are dealing with such kind of things will give you a way of generating the SIF tokens. It might be using command prompt or sending some commands in the command prompt. Automatically it will generate. So here you will see something called as SIF tokens. See here. What is this? Authorization. It is not authentication, because it is a session ID created. Anyone with this session ID should be able to log in with the same username and password. So this is a session ID. There is a unique way of generating this. If you want to access this particular API, copy this SIF ID. Copy this SIF ID. Go to Postman and give it here. This is your token. Until and unless this SIF ID is active. See, net banking will not active. User session has been expired. You might have come across such kind of messages. User session has been expired. Those things, until and unless there is a time bound for these SIF tokens. 1 month, 2 months, 365 days. Even you should be able to access it. That happens with the GitHub account. Have you come across GitHub account? I don't know. There is a SIF token or access tokens which can be generated for a particular account. That if you use it, until and unless it is active, you should be able to use it until and unless it is active. If it is expired, you have to go back and regenerate that SIF token. Right? So that is one of the authorizations. So we have seen no auth, which you already know it, nothing. The other one is the API key, which can be sent as a header or the query parameters. The other one is the bearer token or the SIF token. Even if you answer this much in your interview, the 3 basic things, they will come back and ask you, have you not worked on OAuth 1 and OAuth 2? Okay? Arthaita? So OAuth 1 and OAuth 2, we will discuss in tomorrow's class. Okay? So until then, please go through these things. Okay? Please go through these things. It is very, very much important. And authorization, different types of authorizations. There are 5 major things. One is no auth, API key, bearer token, OAuth 1, OAuth 2. So we have discussed about three things: API key, NoAuth, and bearer token or the SIF tokens. Session IDs, user session IDs are the SIF tokens. Okay, we will discuss about OAuth 1 and OAuth 2 tomorrow. Again, tomorrow's class is very much important. Please bring your laptops. Keep it ready. Otherwise